The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Robert Dongo. This is a realtor, and we've been going round and round looking for ways and new innovations when it comes to real estate. Over time, things have changed. Gone are the days you used to walk around going to hustle looking for this and that, and a lot of cost implication comes to play. And you know what? With the growth of technology, some things have really changed, and real estate has not been left behind, because some of these things we are experiencing today, they have come a long way. And when you talk about cutting down the cost, this is what will enable your construction and all that being be cost effective. And today I'm glad to be joined by one of the people who are bringing out these things so effectively, just to make sure that you have it done and done affordably, yet with quality assurance, all of quality. And this is none other than Mjenzi. I'm joined by one of them. He'll tell us who he is and more so introduce us to this wonderful platform when it comes to technology and real estate. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. My name is Michael Mohato, and I'm the founder and CEO of mgenzi.com.
Wow.
Very briefly, mgenzi.com is a marketplace platform, more like the Jumias and the Alibabas that you know of.
Right.
But this one is specifically for the home improvement and construction markets. Of course, when you say construction markets, we're talking about domestic homes and dwellings and all such the like. And that is where the real estate comes in. And what we do is we have aggregated this whole platform to include suppliers of all construction materials, home improvement products and services. So when you're looking at a house, your own home, you see it every day, but there are things you take for granted.
Sure.
There is your floor. You'll take that for granted because you have to step on something. That is a floor. But somebody had to make it. Somebody had to produce the products and the materials to create that floor. There is the walls. There's the cement that goes into those walls. There's the cladding. There's the doors. There's the doorknobs. There's the hinges. There's the CCTV security. You have burglar proofing. All these small things, nitty-gritty things, have to go in to make that home.
Sure.
All right, or rather that house. The home now becomes a home when now you have people living in it
Sure.
and dwelling in it. So what we do is people who deal with furniture, draperies, kitchen fittings, bathroom fittings, each and every single item that you may think of that goes into a house is on mgenzi.com. So we aggregate all these things to include people who are also in real estate, because without real estate, you don't have the houses.
And now maybe before we take it deeper, because I feel you have exactly what anyone who is looking for shelter will be looking for. Maybe you can tell us why M. We didn't talk about Mjenzi. Jenzi, coming from Swahili, would of course go by kujenga ama mjengo ama ujenzi. But why the Mjenzi?
First, it was mjenzi.
All right.
Because you as a person, if you're building, wewe ni mjenzi.
All right.
So whether you're the contractor or the actual laborer, wewe ni mjenzi. You're the one who's creating. You create your own habitat.
Sure.
Mjenzi in your own individual capacity. Secondly, M is very synonymous with M-Pesa, with mobile, etc. So there's the mobile Genzi, Mjenzi, and then there's Mjenzi. Okay. So wherever you are, you're in America, you're building.
Sure.
It's mobile. So you're talking through mobile, you're doing everything from out there. You're telling somebody, oh, I want to have CCTV, I want solar panels in my house. But you're telling somebody in Kenya while you're in America.
All right.
Yes. So it's mobile at the same time.
So the mobile aspect, I believe somehow it's what going to bring, the technological aspect.
Correct.
Because you're doing it virtually. Correct. Though you're there, but very virtually. Right. Mjenzi from Mjenzi.
Yes.
Now you know. What you need to do is just take your notebook and a paper, because this is a class that you want to not miss a point, because this is exactly what you need. And I repeat, you're there, you're looking towards having your shelter, you're looking for having your home. And as he is telling us, is that you need to have all these aggregates put together, the providers, the sources, and all that. And that's why I found this very interesting. Now, when you talk about someone doing it remotely per se, and you have provided this. Now, tell us in a nutshell, who is MGenzi? What it is in a nutshell.
MGenzi, as I said, is a platform specifically created for the construction and home improvement products and services.
Right.
So what happens is the vendors, or rather the sources, the people who supply these items, showcase all their products on this one platform. And they showcase the pictures of the product plus the pricing. For services which don't have an exact price, there's a feature where you can communicate with the vendor on one-on-one. For example, if you want CCTV, the actual camera could have a price, but the installation doesn't have a price because they have to come and measure and do a survey of the wiring, the conduits, the power, where it's going to come from, etc., etc. So yes, you'll have a price for the product, the camera itself, but for the installation, there's no price. And that is when now you can communicate directly or live chat with the vendor and ask him, can you come to my home? I'm based in Westlands, I'm based in Kitusuru, I'm based in Kangware. Can you come and measure and tell me how much you need to install for me my CCTV?
So basically we're talking of a virtual market. It's in existence, it is there, it is, I mean, it's so real, but of course it's on a platform.
Yes, it's on a platform.
Wow.
And what happens is we cut out the most valuable asset of your life, and which that is time. Because you can imagine you live here and you go to Mulolongo to look for somebody who will give you the best rate of cement or at the river. You live there and you go maybe somewhere else to look for timber. To do all that would perhaps take you close to a week or two. And that is time. But here you are. You can look at it from your laptop, from your phone. You can search for them either via the name of the item. If it is mabati, you'll type mabati. If it is floors, you'll type flooring. If it is windows, you'll type that. And you get all those, and you can actually compare even prices.
I'm sure anyone watching this would be interested to know more about this, but of course the greatest thing that anyone would fear is the safety. When it comes to this platform, the MGenzi, and how do you authenticate or scrutinize whoever is coming on board in terms of how legitimate are they and how genuine they are?
We are vetting the vendors who are coming in. We are making sure that they have at least a trading license. They have a PIN from KRA, that they are actually in existence, and they have a geographical location. Over and above that, we are including an escrow feature. This escrow feature means that if I am the owner of this product and I'm selling it to you, I can see the money that you have sent, but I cannot touch it. Only until you, the one who is buying it, has received it and said you have received the products in good order, is when now I get the money.
Okay.
So that, what we do is we are de-risking the customer.
All right.
From all these, I think we have heard of somebody saying, I ordered for this and this is what came.
Exactly.
And that leaves a very bad taste with the customer, and it's a very bad thing, and ethically it is wrong. So we are also, that also makes sure that the supplier behaves himself to make sure that if he wants that money, he has got to provide that product in the exact way that the customer wanted it. Otherwise, he has no money.
Now, somebody will be asking, and where is this market? How do I get to know, or rather, how do I, enroll or be a user of this platform?
Okay. We are online, and the handle is www.m-genzi.com. M-Genzi, like the way you have M-Pesa, you have m-genzi.com. And when you're there, you'll say, if you're a buyer, you just browse. You'll only have to register at the time of buying, because now that is when you need your billing details and location details. That is when now you register. But otherwise, to browse through and see what it is you want, as a buyer, it is free of charge. As a vendor, you want to showcase your products and your services, you'll go and register as a vendor.
Right.
You'll have a series of questions. Who are you? What is your name? Where are you located? What's your business name? What are your contacts, your email address? There's a map. Can you give us your geo map location? Give us your PIN details, etc. Just to authenticate that, yes, you are in existence and you're not just somebody trying to play games here. So then from there, you'll put your logo, you'll put your products, and you put your put your products.
Oh, right.
You'll also pay us a subscription. We do not take commissions.
Right.
Because for one, we do not feel it is worth our time or your time as a businessman
Sure.
to give a price of, let's say, a product of worth 1,000 shillings,
Right.
and we take a commission of that 1,000 shillings.
All right.
It would mean you will have to increase your price from
For you
1,000
to fit
yes,
you.
to fit my commission in. So we're not doing that. We're just charging a flat rate of 100 shillings per day. But we've broken it down to monthly,
Now,
quarterly.
if you allow me, we're going to get to that as we close the show. But in the meantime, I believe I wanted you to answer that because someone watching this may be wondering, what are you talking about? Where is it found? And we are talking of offering solutions, solutions to anyone who wants to get a shelter, anyone who wants to build, anyone who is wondering where to get what. And no, maybe before we go for a short break, I want you to paint this picture. Is this a scenario whereby you have created a platform where the buyers and the sellers are coming together? You get your fee as a provider of this platform, and that's all. Or you someone who is taking it further just to make sure that it's all completely all under one roof?
Yes. Thank you. That's a very good question. For most vendors, they would like more value
Sure.
for that amount of money that they're paying for subscription.
Right.
They would like more value. So what we do, we have engaged a lot of marketing into this.
Right.
Which means we have targeted markets. We are doing social media, but we're also doing a lot of targeted markets,
Right.
which means we know we are going to contractors to tell them there is this kind of product in the market. We are going to end buyers to tell them, hey, don't leave your home just to go and get this kind of thing.
Right.
Just buy it directly from here. So on top of that, we're also doing a lot of blogs and sensitizing the people in the diaspora as
Right.
well, because those are the ones who are hardest hit. Many of them have been sending money home to build their dream homes,
Yeah.
and there's nothing to show for it, even after 10, 15, 20 years.
Right.
So we are the people to go to, because we are the ones who are creating that confidence, bringing that confidence back
Right.
to those people who have been duped or who want to start to do their business back here.
All right.
So we are doing a lot of marketing to the target markets.
Right.
And everybody is a target market per se, but we also have clustered them into different demographics.
Wow.
And there to make sure that everybody gets to see what it is they need to see when they need to see it.
I know we're talking about shelters and building construction and all that, and I want to believe we're going to talk about who are the consumers of this. And when you talk about construction, are we talking about materials only, or we are talking about land as a primary factor to consider anytime you're talking about construction? And most we're going to know, are you alone or there are people you partner with? How is the uptake, the market uptake and all that? And this after a very short break. We're going to be right back talking more about this, because we have laid the platform, we have laid the open market for you. What you need to do is just now to understand who are there inside this market and how you're going to get into the same market, and more so, what are the pros and cons inside this market. Don't go away after this short break. We're going to be right back. Welcome back, and thank you so much for keeping it the Realtor. This is whereby this is where we told you that we're gonna go far and wide just to explore the world and also bring you what concerns you when it comes to real estate matters. And remember, you're talking about technology in real estate, and one has come out so clearly that we can do some of these things virtually, yet we get them done. And this is none other than the MJNZ. MJNZ, they're bringing us all these technology just to make sure that your issues or your matters are taken care of. And thank you so much, Michael, for what you're doing. I would want us to pick it from where we have left it before the break, and tell us now, we're talking about we have this all these people together, the buyers and the sellers. They have come together through MJNZ website or the platform. Allow me call that for now, the MJNZ platform. And what they are now doing is transacting on your platform, the platform that you manage and you man at the same time. Do you have any responsibility on quality assurance?
What we try to do is we strive to ensure that the vendors who are coming on board feel the need to provide quality products and services. We cannot man each and every single person.
Sure.
But every single person out there as a buyer has a responsibility to ensure that they get the quality that they need. And that is why the escrow service and the feature is very important, because you will see a picture of something very nice, something very beautiful, but what it is you're going to get may be very different.
Right.
So that is where we de-risk the client. That is how we do it. And it also behooves the vendor to ensure that the products and services he's providing are at par to what he's sending, what idea he's giving to the buyer.
And you see, such kind of analogies has come in the past, and we get a lot of assurance when it comes to quality and delivery. But along the way, you find that now that you've provided the platform, I cannot reach you as a service provider, but I'm transacting with someone who has brought me substandard, or along the way something has happened. We're coming to that about the safety, and I don't know whether we even have a vote on insurance and all that. But before that, let's talk about quality when it comes to timeliness and delivery. Do the platform provide some guidelines on timeliness?
Okay. What we've done, we've given the autonomy of all this to the vendor, because everybody's geographical location is not everybody's geographical.
Absolutely.
You're in Mombasa and you want something which is here in Nairobi, vis-a-vis the person who is in Nairobi wanting the same product here in Nairobi. That timeliness has to be considered.
Sure.
Plus the cost of it as well. So you find like there's a lady who wanted some doors which are made in Lamu, but she's in Eldoret.
Wow.
Yes, the
Can
doors
imagine.
got there,
You can
but
imagine.
the only problem was
Right.
the size of the doorway was not the same as the door. So something was not okay. But you see, what happens is it is the vendor who assures the timeliness and the delivery. Because if you look at it nowadays, most of the furniture houses, most of the companies which are supplying furniture have their vans to supply furniture.
Sure.
If you look at electronical home appliances,
Yes,
they also have...
and so is with glassware and all that.
Correct. They do all that. So unless it is something, even the construction materials, you want your stone, you want your muchanga, they'll deliver it. So unless it is something that is unique in nature, that's where now the live chat feature between the vendor and the buyer works. So now you can now start questioning and ask, okay, fine, I'm in a place called Busia in this kind of area. Do you deliver up to here? Yes. And the vendor will tell you, no, we don't, but we can arrange for a Kamba or so-and-so or so-and-so to do ABCD from Nakuru. That's where we reach, or etc., or Kisumu or something, and they will be able to
So
tell you
basically
all this.
the arrangement, the logistical aspect is left between them two.
Yes, to come to an agreement.
That's perfect. Now, this information is power, and you've told me you've done a lot of marketing, a lot of popularization when it comes to this market and network. How is the uptake?
The uptake has been very positive, I must say, and actually a bit surprising because of just two items that happened in the month of March, April, and that was the Home Expo and another Ceramics East Africa Expo. There was a lot of interest from both vendors and the public because there are very many people, understandably, who have been duped.
Sure.
Or who do not know where to begin when it comes to construction or when it comes to purchases of procuring these items to construct or to repair or to fix up. The key thing that I would like to say is that Mjenzi is an ecosystem.
Right.
It has created this ecosystem where all these vendors, regardless of whether they have web presence or not, regardless of how big they are or how small they are, can showcase their products for the entire world to see. That is more marketing than your physical location or just your brand, because you're actually being seen way beyond your physical domain. So you find somebody in Kisii can be seen and they can trade with somebody in Malindi. Whereas that was not going to happen before or without Mjenzi. So that kind of connection comes up. You want some soapstones, you want something to make your house beautiful. You can talk to somebody there. You want somebody who's building furniture from the Hyacinth in Kisumu. You find it there, but you haven't seen them here in Nairobi. You see, so there's that disparity when it comes to the physical, but now what we're doing is we are opening this up because of the web presence.
Right.
Which now you don't have to create a website for 15,
And
20,000.
let me ask you this question, because I believe every good, it sounds so good, and I believe anyone watching this will be interested to know, and will be reminding you the website where you're going to visit and get to know more about what you're talking about today. Everything good and everything that sounds so beautiful has got the biggest hurdles to overcome. What is the biggest challenge when it comes to MJZ?
Okay, I wouldn't call it, I would say it's our biggest challenge, but I wouldn't call it a challenge per se, because it all boils down to confidence.
Okay.
Kenyans, we have this thing of, I'm going to join MJZ if I see so and so is there.
Right.
And that now becomes, we have to follow the leader. Who is there, who is on MJZ, so that I can go in. Because now somebody will say, I'm already on another platform. Why should I go here? Why should I go there? Who else is there? How are they trading? Who else is there? That is the main key thing. Who else is there? So you find like it has taken its toll getting to where it is now, because now there are more people asking about it. Before, it was a bit much harder because somebody was like, who else is there? I'll get there when I see so and so.
And I believe confidence sometimes is built by association.
Yes.
Someone would want to go to a certain shop because so and so bought from the same, and I believe that's what you meant. Would you mind telling us who you partnered with, all who are on board already, that can literally mean that these people have bought my confidence and we're walking this journey together for them to build their...
Okay, I would say the first confidence booster for MJZ was Dr. Mattress.
All right.
Dr. Mattress is Africa-wide and Africa-known.
Right.
And for that matter, that also boosted my own particular confidence to go on, because nobody was biting this concept at the time. And immediately after that, there was a gentleman called Hillman Paints who brought his paints. And another gentleman called Pegler brought their paints too. Right. Somebody all the way from Kilifi brought their Lamu doors, beautiful Lamu doors. And by virtue of those kind of milestones, the diversity began, and the geographical diversity also began, which means now there's somebody in Lamu. How come? Yeah, he's able to be seen and he's been visited. So there's somebody called Kilua Woodworks, the best Lamu doors I've ever seen. Yes, they're expensive, but they have to be there. Somebody has to see them. It's there. Somebody has to buy them.
Sure.
So there's something for each and
everybody.
Person. Yes. So we, by virtue of that, it has been more like what came first, the hen or the chicken. I cannot get customers if they come on board and there's nothing to be bought. So first I have to also get vendors to come on board so that customers can see there's something to be bought.
For the past 2 years, there has been a drift, or if not a shift, substantially when it comes to market and how transactions are done, maybe orchestrated by the pandemic. Did this pandemic boost the whole idea now that people learned how to work remotely and that kind of a concept?
Yes. The COVID pandemic was one of the major catalysts for MJZ.com.
Right. Because
it meant that yes, you're under lockdown, you cannot do business, you still have to pay your trade license whether you like it or not.
Sure.
You'll still have to pay your workers as long as you're still running. You have an inventory, you have stocks which have to move, but you're under lockdown. What are you supposed to do?
Right.
MJZ was the answer. So you can have your store, but it's a shop, but it's a store.
Right.
But if somebody wants, it can be delivered to them.
Something we mentioned about the enrollment, in a minute maybe you can tell us, you said you don't take commissions, because that's a very fundamental question when it comes to matters engagement. How do you benefit as a whole?
Okay, let me go back to that commission issue. We now have aggregated real estate and houses, basically. Right. So a house is going for 10 million, and I take 10% of that. I've really dipped into your pocket. Right. If I sell 10 of your houses, I'm now you.
Almost more than I do.
I'm earning more than you do.
Right.
Why should I do that? That is not, I don't call that very proactive business.
Right.
You pay a subscription for as many houses as you want.
Right.
Post them, even have a virtual 360 visual of how the houses look.
Right.
We are going to scatter this information to each and everybody.
Sure.
Let everybody see what you have, let them engage you, and let them buy. You'll be happy about that.
Right.
So that next time you'll bring more houses to us.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right? Then we also have the issue about you want some work to be done.
Right.
On your home or something needs a repair. Majority of the households right now, it's either electrical or plumbing.
Sure.
That is where the
Sure,
repairs
sure.
normally are.
Right.
What we've done is we've strategically partnered with people who have those services.
Okay.
Which means we do not take on that human resource part of
right.
the work.
Okay.
We give another team that is good at it to do that work. So you need plumbing done, they are going to do the work.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Plus, people like paints, people who do paints and all. You want your house painted.
Right.
I will not send you somebody that I think I know. I would like for them to recommend the people they know, that they have a history with them, so that in case of anything, there's a fallback plan. So somebody will be, oh, you're the one who went to Mr. Njenga's Ndungo's place. Please, there was something that went wrong. Please go back and do it.
Maybe a parting shot in 30 seconds, kindly.
I would like to encourage the vendors, wherever they are, and whether they have web presence or not, whether they are on the roadside making their furniture, or whether they are in an uptown mall doing their furniture, they should look at Mjenzi as a tool, as a platform to showcase their products. This is, it is, don't look at the money part. The money part is 100 shillings a day. Sure. The way things are right now, 100 shillings can take you this far, but not that far. But what we've done is we've made it at 100 shillings, and we packaged monthly, quarterly, half year, and annually. So you can post, if you're on 1 month, you can post as many as 50 products. All right? Which means it's like your entire store. It's taken care of. And we are still going to advertise you over and above where you are.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I believe you've been able to capture this, because it's interesting to know that you can have all what you need at the comfort of your house, at the comfort of your office, and everything delivered. Remember, you're talking about technology in real estate, and today we were covering, or we are getting to know more about Mjenzi. Remember, this is something that you can get on the website, and all we need to know is how far can this take us, and all those questions that are not there or not answered today, go to our Facebook page, that's the Realtor TV 47. Ask it there. We're going to direct it to Mr. Michael, and you get the real time answer. Thank you so much for keeping it the Realtor. Until next time, I've been your host, Robert Dongo. God bless you.